Hey, good people, welcome to the King's Parchment. As I mentioned when I began this channel, I'll be sharing thoughts, mostly inspired by the Spirit of God, and also my own personal thoughts. Feel free to comment, to ask a question on my YouTube channel, David King Ireri. And remember also to subscribe. Yeah, you can also continue following The Right Show, which is on right now on MBCI TV every Saturday from 5:30 p.m. up until 7 p.m. Amazing content with amazing hosts, and you'll be blessed. All right, now to the matters at hand. We are speaking about faith. Yeah, I said when we began this series that we have become a faithless generation. We don't even believe in ourselves, or we believe in ourselves to the extent that we do not believe in God. People have this self-independence kind of idea whereby they don't rely on God for anything, which is really wrong because you cannot do without Him. John chapter 15, verse 3. Without you, we can do nothing. Okay. We mentioned last week another major way of exercising your faith. We are still on faith and exercising our faith. Number one, 2 weeks back, we said it's speaking that which you are believing. Okay? I believed, therefore I have spoken. 2 Corinthians 4:13. Number two, we said putting action to your faith. That is the book of James. When you're believing God for something, let's say you're trusting God for, a visa, you have to put action to that belief by going to apply for a passport. You cannot just hang around and say, God will take me to the nations. Yeah? If you're trusting God for a wife, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. You should start looking, praying, watching and praying, all of that. If you're believing God for a new job, make those applications, send your CV everywhere, because that is putting action to your faith. Christians are these people that just want to pray and then sit down and wait, just chill out for God to do something. It cannot work like that. Yeah, you cannot just sit down, pray from morning to evening, have night vigils by yourself, and then wait for God to do something. Remember, the Bible tells us we are co-workers with God. We partner with God to make His will manifest in this earth realm. That is where now you have to put action to your faith. Yeah? You have to put action to your faith by now acting out that which you are believing for. Remember also we mentioned that if it is faith, it has to be in God, and number two, you are trusting God for something good. You cannot have faith in God to kill someone. We mentioned about spiritual witchcraft. You cannot have faith in God to do something evil. That is not faith actually. That is of the devil, because we are carriers of life and not death. So if you are putting action to a certain belief that you have in God, it has to be for good and not for evil, not bad. Yeah? So faith without action is dead. That is the number two way of exercising your faith. Going out there, partnering with God to see that which you prayed for or you are believing for come to pass. We have examples in the Bible of people who exercised their faith. Number one, the patriarch himself, the father of faith, Abraham. When he was told, leave your home to a land which I will show you, he left. That was faith. And it was accounted to him for righteousness. It was accounted to him as righteousness because he put action to his faith. Imagine if God had told him, leave, and then I'll show you, I'll take you to a land which will thereafter become your home. And he just sat down and it's like, I'll become a father of nations without leaving. It could never have happened, because there is also a location for a certain blessing to manifest in your life. There's a certain location which God has intended. If you put action and land in that location, that blessing will manifest. Yeah? Put action to that which you are believing God for. Number one, speak it into existence. Speak it from the spiritual realm into this earth realm. Number two, put action to it. If you're studying, you cannot say that you are believing God for scholarships, but you're not working hard to get an A. For example, if you're in your O levels, you're not working hard to get that first class or second class, but you're believing God for scholarships. It cannot happen. You will pray and then finally end up saying that God is unfaithful. He cannot be unfaithful. Actually, the Bible tells us if we become unfaithful, He is faithful, He cannot deny Himself. We'll continue next week looking at some examples of people that exercise their faith and the results of faith. We are still on the matters faith. As usual, as I wind up on this series of faith, have faith in God. Whether it's for a minor thing or a very major thing, have faith in God. It shall come to pass. We'll meet again next week on my YouTube channel and also on The Right Show on MBCI TV. Grace and peace. Grace and peace.